Part of it is, and one of the things I've been most worried about is, this is an emotional deal for me. I mean, I can't explain it. One of the reasons I wanted to have a prayer is because I think the only way you get it is through the spiritual part of it. But a couple of things. This is about you guys today. We've had a chance to at least have an initial bonding program, but we just hope that you guys will become acquainted. Honestly, a couple of years ago, I resigned myself to the fact that I was never going to meet my daughter in this life. I just figured, I don't know what I was at the time, 67, I'm 69 now. I can honestly say I'm now in my 70th year. And I resigned myself to that, but here we are. I think Heavenly Father really did a great job of orchestrating things, and I'm so glad that all of you are as excited as we were. I think it's a rare thing to find this many people who have such good hearts. I suggest that this is a melding of my past life with my current life, and I really am. I'm humble. I've tried to figure out. It's humbling. I mean, stop saying things like that. It's overwhelming to me.
It's a full circle.
It is.
It's converse.
And so, I know as well, each one of you are having to process your own feelings. And some of you, you've gone through shock. Shock. And it's, on one hand, it's each one of you have a new sibling. For her, she's got more siblings, pun intended. And it's something that I want to thank God for, the blessing. Mandy and I have talked about this on multiple occasions, that the timing really is a good thing. And I know that Heavenly Father has orchestrated that, but I want to acknowledge another orchestration. And that is when He orchestrated this beautiful script that led the Gullickson family to find the Valancourt family, and to have a heartfelt, loving mother who took her as a baby and loved her. And Bob, who wants to be very clear that he raised her with as much love as any of his other children. But then she also got to have an 8-year-old Brian as a big brother, and a 6-year-old Dina as a big sister. So she just had this wonderful life. I prayed for that for many years, and I'm so grateful that the Lord orchestrated that great script and made that happen. Don't look at me like that. It makes me emotional. I can't look in your eyes.
Because I'm so beautiful. Gets me every time too. Every time.
The thing I want to share with you, I've had some really strong emotions about my mother and dad. being aware, and having Lita being aware, and Dina being aware, and you know, I don't discount those things. I was thinking about how realistic it is that they can be here with us. I just think there's something about that, and so I wrote this little thing in this letter about the possibility that this is a bigger family reunion than we know about. And I was reading about Elisha the prophet. You know the story from 2 Kings. He's surrounded by the Syrian army, and his servant says to him, you know, this doesn't look good. And Elisha said, fear not, for they that be with us are greater than they that be with them. I'm not. I'm just sorry I can't talk and be emotional at the same time. So I think of that picture, a lot of times we think of that story of Elijah. It's about, you know, if you're living right, don't worry, because as you know, he opened the vision to his servant. His servant saw the mountain filled with the horses and thousands of people to, you know, that showed him we're in pretty good shape. You know, the Syrian army's got nothing on what I'm seeing. But I think that's really true. So I wrote that, and then a few days later, I was on Facebook, and I'm almost through. And this is just a postscript to what I had written. And that is, this is something I saw from Jeffrey R. Holland, who's one of our church leaders, but he said, don't underestimate your family on the other side of the veil. So I think, you know, they really are. I think they're interested in how we are. They love us, we love them. And this gathering is the beginning of something. I have no idea what it is. But here's what I'm asking. I did this circle because I asked you to get numbers, because to me, you're knights of the round table. All for one, one for all. And nobody came first and said, you know, if I understand things, we're all the same age spiritually, you know. Some got here a little sooner than others. But when all is said and done, what I hope you'll do is always love each other, support each other. I have the experience of having 4 wonderful sisters. We've always had each other's backs, and we've been through some tough stuff together. You know, it's really, you know, life is tough sometimes. But I hope as we get nearer and nearer to what I believe is the Lord's return, and the world continues to get upside down, that you'll stay together and support each other and help each other any way you can. Whether you like it or not, you're siblings. And the only thing you have in common in this room, there's 2 things you have in common. One of them is you all have more DNA. You're the only siblings in the room.
Is that a fact, Jeff?
That is a fact, no. And the other one is you all subscribe, or you all know the blood of the Lamb. And I'm grateful that all of you know that as well. So here's my poem for the day. We'll have some laughs and maybe tears. We'll show our love and forget our fears. We'll share some things, maybe good and bad. We'll accept one another and I'll be glad. No judgment here, no judgment there. We'll accept each other and show we care. For God is love and He offers joy to you newfound siblings, each girl and boy. Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder.
sings my song, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great
Tempo wasn't perfect, but I love the sound.
It was
thou art.
very slow every time.